Everyone's plan tokens have been placed into their trays and their equipment cards have been reset. We'll start with Tia. No doubles, but we got quite a bit of attack epic going there. We got one contain and one enforcement, and she's in a zone with enforcement. Next up we have David. He's in a zone with just one enforcement, but he's also with Steelheart, so we definitely want to work on getting some contain for him. Now we have Cody. Cody got a pretty good mix of everything there. And Prof, also a pretty good mix, and he got his double plan symbol also. And remember, he has 5 plan tokens in his tray, so we can use him to really take care of a lot of different things this time. I'm definitely going to keep his double plan symbol, because we want to get him a lot of plans as often as we can. And we can use one of his plan tokens as the attack epic symbol to activate lead the way. So we can move him to one of the districts with a lot of enforcement and have him help take them out, which I think I'll do. I'm actually going to keep this one also. That way I can move to the Navy Pier and he can take out all 4 of them. I'm not sure where I'm going to place Cody's sniper token yet, but we'll figure that out. He's where Cinder's at. I definitely want to attack her. I don't need to worry about enforcement there because I'm going to have Prof come over and help me out. And we'll go ahead and keep this contained symbol, even though it's on one of my special dice. David is in a zone with Bolt and 1 enforcement, so we'll keep this so he can take care of that enforcement by himself because Prof is going to leave. We're going to want to take Bolt out. So I'm going to save those 2 attack epic symbols. Tia's with Warhead at Millennium Park. He only needs to be contained once, so we'll hold on to that. And we can start attacking him, so we'll hold on to that too. I think that's what I'm going to go with, and now we'll go ahead and do our second roll for everybody. First we'll go with Tia. Nothing too good there, but she got another symbol she can use to attack with. David's with Steelheart, so I could really use some double contains. He did not get that. Cody's with Cinder. He's going to be able to contain her with his disguise and flash grenade, hopefully. Well, he got a couple of contained symbols, so that's good. And Prof is kind of our wild card with all the plan tokens he has. Let's see what we're going to do with what he rolled. I definitely want Tia to attack Warhead. I would like to be able to research him and make him weaker. She does have enforcement there to deal with, so I will keep one of these so she can help take care of enforcement. Bolt will need at least 2 more research to make him attackable. So we'll go ahead and research him there. I have enough attack here to take him out if I research him, and I can use one of my plans to research, so I'll go ahead and re-roll those. I will have Cody help us contain. Maybe I'll put his sniper token where Steelheart's at. We'll see where our biggest need is. I don't like using the dice with the double symbols on them right away, but we need to do some good containing here. And we'll let Prof put some money in our coffers so we can buy some more equipment and let him re-roll these and hopefully get one of his double plan symbols. Everybody's set for their 3rd and final roll. Starting with Tia, could really use some research. Nice, we got that double research. That will help her take out Warhead, I think, or at least come close to taking him out. Let's see what David gets. He does have improvise, so he can change one of these dice. Yeah, it looks like he'll end up changing the enforcement one probably. Well, let's see what Cody gets. Same thing. Looks like we're going to have plenty of money this time, unless we have to use it to move and take down barricades. And Prof, very, very nice. Going to keep those plans coming. I will have David take care of that 1 enforcement at the power plant and eliminate that as a problem. I'll also have him research Bolt for 1 and use a token for a 2nd research. Those 2 research will take his track down to 0 and will make him weak with a health of only 2 according to his card. And I'll have David use 2 attack epics, and that will be enough to eliminate Bolt. And Bolt will give us 2 research for Steelheart and 2 contain also, so we got to keep that in mind as we're going through this phase. I'll have David use improvise and change this to his double contain symbol. I will have Cody use his sniper, and we'll snipe at the loop where Powerhouse is at. Use one of these contain epic symbols and keep Powerhouse contained. We'll have Cody contain 1 and use the disguise for 2 contain. That'll help us keep Cinder under control. He will use the gravitonics to change that contain into an attack where the sniper token is to take out the enforcement there. I'll have Tia use her operations to grant herself a token. I'll have her do a double research and use her token for a 3rd research. And those 3 will be enough to research Warhead, taking him down to his weakened health state of 3. And she can attack him twice, dropping him down to just 1 health remaining. She'll also use her attack enforcement to remove 1 of them from Millennium Park. I'll have Cody use one of his make money symbols to take out the barricade at the Navy Pier, and that will allow Prof to use one of his money symbols to move from the power plant to the Navy Pier, where he will use his attack enforcement die and one of his tokens as an attack epic symbol to use lead the way, and that'll give him 4 total attack enforcement, and that'll remove all 4 threats at the Navy Pier. David will use his double contain on Steelheart because he's there with him at the power plant, and I'll use both to contain his Attack the Reckoner's base track. I will have David use a plan to move and 1 attack enforcement after that move, and that'll take him from the power plant to Nukago Theater and remove that enforcement. I'll have Tia use her make money to remove the barricade at Millennium Park. I'll have Prof use 1 token to move and 2 tokens for attack enforcement, which will have him move from the Navy Pier to Millennium Park and take those enforcement out. I changed my mind. Instead of using the make money, I'll use the contain epic symbol for her barricade removal. I'll have Prof use his final available plan token to attack epic, and he's here at Millennium Park with Warhead, and that'll be enough to take Warhead out. Cody will use his attack epic on Cinder at the Navy Pier, starting to do some damage on her. Prof is going to gain 6 plan tokens for the next phase and gain us $1. Cody will gain us $1 also for a total of 2 now, and Tia will add us another 1 for a total of 3, bringing our money up to 4. We'll gain rewards from defeated epics. First we have Bolt, who's going to grant us 2 research on Steelheart and 2 contain epics. We'll use the contain epic both on the Armsman, and we'll gain 2 research, taking us down to 26. And Warhead will grant us 3 research on Steelheart and 2 more dollars, taking the research down to 23, and the money up to 6. We have 3 $3 items and 1 $4 with the grenade launcher. And I know we're about to lose some dice on a base attack, so I'm going to spend 3 to get the Gauss gun, and I'll take that down to 3, and we'll replace the Gauss gun with the camera, which turns single plans on the basic dice into double plans. And I'll spend the other 3 on the Dowser, which will give me the purple die. And that will be replaced by the notebooks for 4. So we can do 2 research in any city district. And that would use up all of our remaining money. I will give the Dowser to Tia which will give her a 4th purple die to use every phase. And we'll give the Gauss gun to Cody, which will grant him a red die to use every phase. And the red die has the double attack enforcement symbol on it, which will work really well with the gravitonics, so we can swap it out for contained epics if necessary, and also in conjunction with his sniper ability, placing him in more than one place at a time. We now need to draw new epics, starting where Steelheart is at and going clockwise. So the first one will go here at the power plant, and that will be file number 004, Fault Line. Name, Janet Hawkins. Description, brown hair, young professional, frequently dresses like she works an office job. History before Calamity. Grew up in state of Illinois' foster care system. Never completed college. Actually worked at First Union Bank some years ago. I'm sure she enjoyed sinking it. Classification, high epic. Really has 2 minor abilities, see below, combining to high epic status. Current status, dead. Killed after challenging Steelheart. See entry 004.X-ray. Seismic Rebellion. Known suspected abilities. Has 2 minor epic abilities which combine to make her extremely effective. She can move light earth like sand or loosely packed dirt. Additionally, she can transform concrete, hard earth, or stone into sand, which means she can seismically manipulate just about any environment on the planet. Known suspected weaknesses. Stability, I think. Fault Line always sabotaged her life somehow, running away from foster families, picking fights at work, etc. See entries 004.Bravo through Hotel. Steelheart always moved her around in his organization. Note, could this be why she rebelled? She realized working for Steelheart would eventually cause her to lose her powers? Irrelevant now. Known associations. Steelheart Inner Circle, former. Helped Steelheart cover up the bank incident. May have had business dealings with Sacramento Triumvirate. Personal connection with Cinder, number 070. And when a new epic is placed, they start between the 1st and 2nd. And she begins with 4 research and 8 health. We'll place those in the appropriate spots on the track. Draw another epic for Millennium Park, which will be file number 5-012. Audio. Name, Drew McLean. Description. Usually sporting a beard and goatee or scruff of some kind, and has nice hair like in the old movies. History before Calamity. Audio's past is a mystery, even some years after Calamity. He first appeared in Sacramento doing freelance work for Snowfall, number 5-001, and Sable Corp. Classification, minor epic. Voice enhancer, unique. Current status, active, freelancer. Often does jobs for Sacramento Triumvirate. Base of operations unknown. Known suspected abilities. Audio's voice is his power. He can unleash a sonic scream that shatters glass, warps metal, and incapacitates anyone in range. He can also manipulate his voice in the extreme, mimicking the voices of others, the sounds of machinery or nature, even gunfire. This makes him very effective at subterfuge and misdirection. In extreme situations, his sonic scream can even slow or halt bullets flying towards him. See entry 5-012 Delta, warped bullet fragments. Known suspected weaknesses. Audio always operates alone. No other epics, no policing forces, and no backup. Apparently he even refuses to fight if an ally of any kind appears. Even when working with Frostbite, number 153, more recently he'll tag team at best. Known associations. The Reckoner plans in Sacramento went sideways when Audio secretly began masquerading as a member of the team and manipulating their mobiles. See entry 5-012.Charlie. News. Reckoner's botched mission in Sacramento. He led them into a trap where Sacramento corporate police were waiting for them. We almost lost Abraham on that mission, David. He still has some horrific scars from the injuries he received. Audio has a lot to answer for. We'll place his slider in the appropriate spot. He begins with 2 research and 6 health. Now all the epics are in place, and we can activate, starting at Steelheart's location with Fault Line, and she will cause the blue track to move on Steelheart, really slowing us down with a lot more barricades, and she will get 1 stronger. Audio will attack the Reckoner base twice, and he will get 1 stronger. That will take us off for 1, and then down for 2. And that means somebody must sacrifice one of their dice. And at this point, I'll have Tia sacrifice one of her basic dice, since she has a 4th purple one now. And that will go here, and we can purchase it back for $2. And when it's purchased back, it goes back to its original owner. Cinder will reduce the population by 1, and she will get 1 stronger. And that takes the population down to 36. Powerhouse will add 1 to the red slider track for Steelheart, and he will also get 1 stronger. And that will max out Steelheart's enforcement track. Hopefully we don't go up any more. On all his tracks, anytime we have to go past it for each time, we're going to lose population. Definitely got to contain that one in our next phase. The Armsman will add 1 enforcement and get 2 stronger. The Armsman's pretty hard to contain because he keeps adding enforcement. That brings us back around to Steelheart, so he will activate, starting with 2 population being removed, bringing us down to 34. 1 attack on the Reckoner base, moving us down 1 spot. This one's going to be rough, so we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 enforcement coming out in groups of 3, starting at the power plant and moving clockwise. 3 more at Millennium Park, and 3 at the Navy Pier. And he's really going to block things up with 4 barricades. And that's going to add a barricade to every location as we move around clockwise, except for New Cargo Theater. Now we roll to see where he will end up. He's going to move 3 districts, which will bring him up here to the loop. It's time to begin the next phase. We have a lot of enforcement to deal with, a lot of barricades, but we have to keep containing everybody. Luckily for us, the Armsman is the only one that moved up more than 1. So if we can get them contained quickly, we can start working on knocking those red and blue tracks on Steelheart down to a more manageable level.